I guess the first thing is an 11 a.m. tip-off. I know that's very rare. How are you guys kind of preparing for that, and what's interesting about that
Well,
for you?
I told our guys the good thing about it. I mean, we're having to do it because of the bowl, and we had a graduation here. I mean, it was kind of the only window of opportunity for us to play that game. And actually, I don't mind the early start as long as our guys are up and ready to go and excited to play, which they're going to be. And we practiced at 6 a.m. We practiced at 7:30. We practiced at all different times. It's not the traditional. In the old days, you'd play at the exact same time every day, and you practice at the exact same time every day. So we just have to adjust and be excited to play and have a home game.
So do you do a 6 a.m. shoot around then? Or?
No, you don't do shoot around on that day. But we do get up. You got to get the body going, and you media guys don't get up till about noon, so you don't know what that's
We'll be there
like.
on time.
So the body takes about 3 hours to get up if you don't have the giant Mountain Dew. So we got to get up, get around, and get ready to go, have a pregame meal, and we'll do the shoot around kind of tonight.
When's the last time you even played a pre-noon game? Do you remember?
I do remember some early ones. I don't know if we've had any early ones here. Maybe,
Yeah.
And then tournaments, you end up having some early ones once in a while. And so 11's not too bad. I wanted it to be at noon, but again, the bowl game was here, and I think it freaked a lot of people out that it's backing up to that, parking lots, and there's a lot of moving parts. So I just tried to accommodate everybody.
You also have some 9:30 p.m. games later this year too. So I guess we'll ask you later.
I think, in where I'm at, I like the early ones better. I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting around all day waiting for a game. And I think our players are like that too. Get up and play. And but sometimes there is when we have those big games that we have here in the conference that are on TV, and that can be an event when it's that late. So I get both of them.
Now that you've beaten finals are over. Would you like to Lou Holtz your next opponent for us?
Well, no, it's it's always tough coming off finals because our guys put a lot of energy into it, and the good thing for us is that first practice after finals wasn't so great, but I think we had a terrific practice yesterday, and we'll have another good one today. It'll be brief and get after it a little bit, and then we have to play well. And anytime anybody comes in here, we want to give them our best shot, and that's what we have to give Abilene Christian.
This tournament was one that I think you guys had planned for a while, right?
Yeah.
If I recall. And
Yeah.
then just what do you what's intriguing about being in it and kind of this field that you're going to be playing?
Well, it is it's a neat opportunity for us. It crowds around Christmas a little bit, but that's college basketball now. Talking to other coaches out there, there's others that are practicing on Christmas Day, and we don't have to do that, so I'm grateful for that. But we play the 22nd, 23rd, and then travel on the 24th. And so but you got great teams down in Vegas. You got Houston with Kelvin Sampson, so somebody the Northwest really knows, and he's done great things in college basketball and pro basketball, and terrific coach, and that's going to be out of the gate a tough game. Then you have 24 hours for either Texas Tech and Loyola, and both those teams are really playing good too. So I think there's 4 quality teams there, so I think it'll be really valuable for us.
Will you allow your guys to go home for Christmas then?
Yeah.
So they travel from Vegas.
Yeah, they leave from Vegas, and they can, a couple of them, we have a couple of LA kids, they can drive home right after that last game. So they get 2.5 days. I'd like to give them more time, but we got Colorado State looming large on New Year's Eve.
Mikey can walk home.
Yeah, Mikey can jog home, so it's a good deal for him. Yeah.
What are the challenges of getting practice done in the last week as well? Obviously, your guys' normal routine has been disrupted a little bit.
It has, and you got graduation in here, so we had no gym. We were homeless, and our good friend Scott Garson out at College of Idaho allowed us to practice out there. And sometimes that's good. I don't mind that once in a while. So I got to spend the day in Caldwell and practice out there. It was terrific. It was great to get to see Marty Hawley and what they're doing, and it was a new venue for us. So I think it worked out great.
You got ribs too.
Yeah, absolutely. Out in Caldwell.
Where you practicing today? You gonna be able to?
And today we're at the rec center.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
Yeah, so I mean,
a lot of road practices today. So, yeah. But we're in practice number 53, so sometimes it does help to change the scenery a little bit, and I don't want drudgery of practice, so it's all the same. And I think yesterday's really helped us with that. It was a good day.
Practices are usually pretty regimented, and you're coming off finals where you didn't have the same routine. Do you do anything different in practice to try and get the guys back in a flow?
Yeah, we do. When you have a little more time to practice, our guys want to get up and down a little bit, and so it's like letting the horses run a little bit, and so we get them, get some scrimmage situations for them, and they love that. So.
Do you have any idea about Anthony's availability at this point?
No,
Okay.
he won't play tomorrow.
Okay.
We do know that. So.
Are you able to forecast at all when you might be able to? Or is that frustrating, or how do you guys trying to deal with that right now?
No, my first concern always is Anthony,
Yeah.
and his health and his, you got a kid here that is maybe one of the toughest I've ever coached, and would do anything for the team. And so the thing that I know is if there's any way or any possibility that he could ever be out there, he would be. So we got to do what's best for him and what's best for the team, and there'll be some decisions coming forward.
How much would he have to practice? What would he have to do before you're saying, okay, you can play the game? If he tells you can play,
He has to tell me, because he knows his body, he knows how tough he is and what he can do.
Is that going to be different on the road than it would be at home? Because I mean, you've said in the past you want him to be able to practice before he can play. You don't want him to go through a whole season playing without practicing. Is that tougher on the road to start him practicing again? Does it make any difference?
It doesn't, but like I said, it all hinges on Anthony and where he's at mentally. And like I said, he's got back, but he's got lingering things going on too that we're evaluating.
Are you guys good otherwise than that, or?
No. No. But, it's just this. It's the grind of basketball. You look at all across the country, guys are, and we don't. In practice, we try to, because you got to go game speed and you got to be able to do, but things happen in practice here and there. We don't do a ton of tackling drills and take your charges, and I try to protect these guys as best I can. But you're always trying to improve them and getting better, and so you do have a few bangs and bruises from practice.
We talked a lot about